Sonic the Hedgehog the Fanfic, the podcast, is filmed in front of a live Cheltenham audience.
Hello, ding dong. Just to let everyone know, thank you, this show contains lots and lots of swearing.
Hey!
It also contains descriptions of graphic violence in silly cartoon form, and probably sex.
Scenes of a sexual nature, that's what I want.
Scenes of a sexual nature, just for Paul. I don't know what LT's written, and he doesn't know what I've written, so I can't confirm either way. But you've been warned. If you don't like it, it's not on us now. Goodbye.
That's contractual.
Tech, there's tech. I always wonder what there's tech. I'm very excited by theatre.
It's behind you.
This one! Sonic the Hedgehog the Fanfic, the podcast. It's a midlife crisis.
That's a reference to some people.
Joke with an audience of one.
What we're going to do quickly is take some photos. Now I need my phone back because I realise I need the script. So if Bacon could very nicely pass in my phone seamlessly, and it'll be like this never happened.
It won't even appear in
Oh,
the
wow.
edit. It might.
Yay!
Hello, Cheltenham.
Hello.
All right.
Welcome everyone to Sonic the Hedgehog the Fanfic, the podcast, the live show! My name is Eddie O'Keefe, and I am joined, as always, by the Robotnik to my Eggman, the Ogilvy to my Maurice,
Nice.
and the male pregnancy to my Sonic the Hedgehog original character, Do Not Steal.
You were doing so well. 2 out of 3, though. I mean, that's not... How are you? How are you doing today?
I am bemused at how many people are here. This is too many people. This is ridiculous.
I can't see all of you because I've got these sunglasses on. I might have to take these.
You look, for the listeners, because we are recording this as well, you are dressed up as Sonic the Hedgehog, the dad,
Sonic the Hedgehog, the jacket, the dad, the test pilot.
which is actual canon for
That's
Sonic
canon.
the Hedgehog.
Which should give you an indication of how silly this show's going to be, because if that's canon, what are we going to do to it?
I don't know. Who's first? I can't remember.
Wow. I'll tell you what we'll do. First of all,
Oh.
you will no doubt know, because probably, well, I can see actually, you're all holding them. You've got bingo cards. We have fabulous prizes to be won. And, you know, when I say fabulous, I mean they mostly came out of B&M and the works, and some still have a prize sticker on it. Top prize, however, will win a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog, the Fanfic, the podcast, the book. So what we're going to do, as you can see, it's a 3x3 grid. So once we start the story part, if you want to start scoring things off, if any of you get 3 in a row, that's a prize. If any of you get 4 corners, that's a prize. If any of you get 3 in a row in any 2 different columns, rows, diagonals, that's a prize. And if any of you get a full house, you get everything all the other tiers won, and one of the books, you lucky bleeders. You will probably also notice that some of the things on the board are not very likely to happen, so you might want to pick and choose when you call out, guys. That's up to you.
I don't know what's on them. So.
Do you want to give a sort of rundown of how the podcast upon which this show is based originated and how it works?
LT did a Sonic stream every day for a month. At the end of the stream, I went, I got a great idea. Let's write the worst fan fiction possible. And he said, okay.
And
Here
then
we are.
And then we did.
LT doesn't know what I've written, and I don't know what he's written.
It's beautiful.
It's going to be a complete surprise, and we've got some fun bonus features. Why is Nick here? I love you, Nick, but God's sake! Too many people are here. Hello.
Sonic, is he here? Is this the Sonic?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right not to laugh at that.
Nick is Sonic confirmed.
That's fair.
It's very hot.
It is. But you know what? I thought not everyone in the audience is going to be quite as familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog as I am, because so very few people are, I must say.
It is a Sonic autism.
A little bit of neurodivergence is happening. So I thought, you might not all know all of Sonic's friends, because he does have rather a lot of them. So I put together a little song, and I call it Sonic's Many Mates. A blue hedgehog, his twin-tailed pal, a fighting friend and a racist gal, an eggy fella and his robots, Sonic's chums, there are lots, Sonic's many mates, Sonic's many mates, they gave one tit so you could masturbate. There's Blaze and Shadow, they're so cool, then there's Silver, he's a tool. Chaotix crew, Mighty and Ray, and Princess Sally, who might be gay. Thanks to Sega, we can't say Sonic's many mates, Sonic's many mates. Now, here's an opinion that goes against the grain. I sure hope that Mina gets hit by a train. How many matter? Only about 8 of Sonic's many mates.
Show of hands, who understood that?
Yes,
Hey,
my people!
I'm genuinely surprised. I had no fucking clue what you're on about. Excellent.
Well, if you didn't know what I was on about with that, perhaps I can interest you. I'm going to have to pop these off at some point. Perhaps I can interest you in a little story, Eddie. Would you like?
Printed it out?
I have printed it out. Would you like the first story of the evening?
Yes, please.
Wonderful. Let me make sure I'm getting the right pages so I'm not spoiling the jokes, because that would be bad. Here we go. A little tale for you. There you are, my friend. I do hope you enjoy.
This is generally the first time for fuck's sake, LT. This is the first time reading this.
Would you like to tell the audience what the title of the story is?
Sonic the Hedgehog, the fanfic, the podcast, the live show, Sonic the Hedgehog and the Big School Sports Day by LT, age 37 3/4.
Well, bingo cards at the ready, guys. Anytime anything happens, feel free to check it off.
It was a glorious summer's day. Down in the cool breeze zone, everyone was buzzing with excitement for the sporting event of the millennium, the annual St. Flicky's Primary School Sports Day. I fucking hate you so much. Just say the next line. And who could love sports more than Rouge the Bat? Well, actually most people. She couldn't give a lineker about football. But her sister was off getting treatment for her mystery condition, which Ruse was certain could not possibly be related to the chaos energy constantly being given off by all of the jewels she had stolen and given to her, so it must fall to her to look after her niece for the day as she competed. Punctuation, please! So it fell to her to look after her niece for the day as she competed in various challenges, such as the 10-metre dash, the really rubbish 3-legged race, and the one where you have to bounce a ball on a racket the whole time. Really, that isn't the sport, is it? It's balancing and hand-eye coordination. Go fuck yourself.
I worked through a little trauma with this.
Anti-Rouge? That got a laugh.
That was easy.
The end. Anti-Rouge? The darling bat pup looked up with her big brown eyes. Are you going to take part in the parents' race? Rouge cocked an eyebrow. Sweetheart, the clue was in the name. If it were the International Jewel Thief race, I'd be all in. If it was Christ alive. If it was the good at kicking people race, you know I'd be the winner. But I'm not a parent, and enough people search my name and MILF on Google, so I'd rather not encourage that sort of behaviour. Oh, please, the tiny little sod begged. I never have a grown-up to help me at these events. Billy the Kid, who was an actual kid, by the way, that's a very clever joke I would like you to acknowledge, always makes fun of me for having a mum who's dying and that. What the fuck? Is this canon?
We all saw the tweet, everything is canon.
She isn't dying, Rouge tutted. She's just gone a bit thin and her hair's dropping out. Fuck. LT, what have you done? She's just gone a bit thin. She's just gone a bit thin and her hair's dropping out. That doesn't mean she's got radiation poisoning. The bat deflected. I hate you so much. What about the fact she can't carry heavy shopping or pour the kettle anymore? Oh, kiddo, take it from me. She's just bone idle. Anyway, never mind that. I'm not entering the parents' race, but that doesn't mean your pissy goat pal is going to get the last laugh. I bought in a ringer. You mean one of your superhero pals? The sweet little bat I'm doing my best not to name in case they could toss at me and look excited. Of course. I'm a cool auntie, not wine o'clock auntie. Is it Sonic the Hedgehog? He's the fastest thing alive. Or so the song goes. No, it isn't Sonic. Then is it your best friend Shadow? He could use chaos control and make the race a cinch. No, Shadow hates sports days, because all the young ones remind him of his childhood friend. Oh God, I hate Sonic the Hedgehog canon. This is fact. An actual 8-year-old child who was shot to death in the face off of an army man. And no, for anyone in the audience that isn't familiar with Sonic, that isn't a joke. It is real, and it happened, and she died, and for some reason Sonic fans think that is very, very funny. It is a bit funny. Kind of, but no, it's not him. Then is it your boyfriend, Knuckles? Rouge was flabbergasted. Who told you he was my boyfriend? We aren't. I saw the heart-shaped locket with his photo inside it. Oh, that's just because I love him. As a friend. Where is this going?
You'll see.
And I read your blog in which you professed your undying romantic attraction to him. That's just a silly fanfic. Christ. I don't think we can get sued for writing fanfics. I hope. But don't pay it any mind, just in case. Why? Christ alive. Any wearing a t-shirt that says, I am in love with Knuckles the Echidna. I want to have children with him and marry him. Rouge blinked. Am I? She looked down. Oh, fucking hell. I got changed in the dark. This is Omega's. Omega's a robot. She pulled the shirt off, revealing her massive bat bongos crammed into her ridiculous heart-shaped boob tube. Every adult in the place suddenly turned to stare at her. She sighed, turned the shirt inside out, and put it back on. And the shirt is reversible, and this side says, this is not a mega shirt, it is mine, Rouge the Bat. Alright, fucking hell, it's Knuckles, leave it out. Well, Auntie Rouge, with Knuckles on our side, we'll definitely win the race, probably. Rouge was smoking one of those massive long ciggies on a 1920 cigarette holder. I guess? Oh my God! An excited voice cried out. It's Team Sonic from off of telly! Rouge turned to look, and sure enough, there was Team Sonic, swaggering through the school entrance gates, looking like that bit out of Reservoir Dogs. Except they were ridiculously huge animals, and instead of wearing smart suits, they were wearing, on average, nothing. Nobody complained, but when I turn up to the school sports day wearing only my shoes and gloves, oh, it's an international incident, is it? Are you okay, LT?
Like I said, I was working through some stuff.
Good. Hey, Rouge! Sonic greeted his friend by slapping her. I'm so sorry everyone's come to see me. Hey, Rouge! Sonic greeted his friend by slapping her right on the fucking tits like the Big Show open hand slapping a very small man. Long time no see! I hate this fucking show. Long time no see. I saw you an hour ago at the McDonald's, Rouge corrected him. I had a McMuffin, smiley face, Sonic smiled. Hi, Rouge, Tails waved. Rouge crouched to address Tails. Oh, hello. Whose little boy are you? Are you going to try and win any medals today? Rouge, I'm Tails. We've met many times. Rouge shook her head. That doesn't seem likely. Amy crossed her arms and huffed. I want you to know I'm here because Sonic asked me to be. Not as a favor to you, you gigantic bat slut. And as a good Christian woman, I know my role is complete and total subservience to my man. Why are you making me read this? In furtherance for maintaining the purity of our race in the name of the Lord, Amen. What's her problem? Rouge asked Sonic. I'm the only Sonic character whose fur is white. I'll be the only one she can tolerate. Don't mind her, Sonic shrugged. Being around kids reminds her she's not yet managed to win my heart and have children with me. And that's because we're still teenagers and I don't fucking raise children. Or any children, to clarify. There's plenty of time yet for us to find love and settle down when we're old and shit and worn out from working 9-to-5 jobs 5 days a week and have all our values of society stamped out of us by some manager whose only contribution to the job was installing a coffee machine in the office. That's all very interesting, Sonic, but I don't give a shit, Rouge asserted. What about you, you big, red, brutish baboon of a bint? Ready to run the race and humiliate a total stranger neither of us care about in an attempt to give my tiny niece you've never met some semblance of self-worth? Knuckles picked his nose, which is no easy feat, as his gloves are like oven mitts. Just say the word. Which word? Tiny niece Bat asked. I know a good word to say, Amy exclaimed. Sonic tutted. Amy, I expressly forbid you from using the N-word at a school. Hey, water? Oh, you never let me have any fun. All I wanted to say is you can't... How dare you? All I wanted you to say was you can't trust a filthy, dirty... Stop! God! Knuckles the Echidna! The right response. Everyone shared a glance. They weren't sure whether to be relieved or annoyed. Me too. Knuckles rolled his eyes. Amy, even I know how to spell my name. I have a K. Think that's impressive? Amy whips out a membership card of her purse. I have 3 Ks! Please put that scary picture of a ghost away, Knuckles exclaimed, recoiling. I thought this would be a fun story about fighting.
There may be fighting yet.
Bingo.
Oh, you got bingo? What have you
I
got?
think so. Well, I've got. I can't.
To be fair, the free space does say Amy says something racist.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we've got hashtag Sonic's a dick.
Yes.
Extremely British reference.
Yes?
Yes.
And Knuckles says something intelligent.
Yay!
You have won the Sonic Prime colouring book.
Where the fuck am I? Auntie Rouge, the tiny pup looked concerned. Are you sure your friends are going to help me win? Just in case, I called in a favour from another friend/acquaintance I tolerate as an insurance policy. Down at the track, but you told me that the most obscure character was someone in the games.
Oh well, I mean, like these are original characters. We've made these up. That's okay. OC, do not steal. That's Sonic rules. You're not allowed to steal. You wouldn't want to.
Down at the track, Billy the Kid... Oh, fuck's sake. Billy the Kid and his father, John Cena, is the GOAT,
He is.
were discussing the upcoming race. John Cena impression. All right, son! Mr. Goat bleated. I'm going to win this race for you! And do you know why? Billy grinned. Is it because you love me and you do anything for me? Ha ha ha! No! It's because I hate children who have chronically ill parents! He did turn heel, to be fair.
He did.
And I want to see him suffer! The two of them laughed. That's right, Dad, Billy smiled. The referee for the event walked up to the 2 shitty goats gruff. Alright, gentlemen, I want a good, clean race. No tripping, shoving, kicking below the belt, or body shaming. If you understand and agree with these terms of services and the end-user licensing agreement, please select below. Suddenly, 3 pairs of hands reached out of a nearby bush and dragged both goats and the referee into the foliage, followed by the sounds of lots of punching. God's sake. Moments later, Scratch and Grounder emerged from the bush, dressed as Billy and his dad. Really? I sure hope Dr. Robotnik's plan's gonna work, Grounder commented. Scratch shot back. You bozo! This is a foolproof plan! And the proof is, you're a fool! Would you two fucking shut up? Robotnik emerged from the bush wearing a referee's shirt, shorts and whistle, which is somehow all too small for him. Yes, even the whistle. I like that joke. His ovoid stomach wobbled free like jelly on a sadness. God! You look great, you're cheating us! Scratch sucked up. Yeah! Grounder concurred. Very official! Of course I look official, you Brixton penis! I'm wearing an official's outfit! Rouge thinks she's asking a favour of me because I owed her for stealing those priceless egg cups from the Prick Dynasty for me. But I'm actually doing myself a favour. You see, I know she's asked one of her horrid furry friends to run this race. But when they get to the finish line and run through the tape, they'll find it's not just a cheap little shit sass that says, well done that race, but a tripwire for a booby trap, exploding them to tiny bits of arse! Scratch cocked an eyebrow. Won't that traumatise every man, woman and child at this event? Fuck you! Fair point! Robotnik blew on the referee's whistle and announced, come along everyone! It's time for the hilarious parents' race, in which we will humiliate absolutely everybody involved and lead to a lifetime of bullying for every child whose parent doesn't come first. He turned to the disguised henchbots. Now remember, don't fuck this up. Scratch, when you near the finish line, hold back and let whichever funny head the winged wanker has put in the race below there cock to pieces. You got it, your egg-deliciousness. And Grounder? Yes, Doctor? I'm stopping your allowance because you've really pissed me off. Oh, dang it. The racers lined up on the track. Knuckles stood next to the disguised Scratch. Do I know you? Oh, Scratch fumbled. I think I just have one of those faces. Yeah, sounds about right, Knuckles nodded. Lots of people look like a metal chicken wearing stick-on horns and somebody else's clothes. In the crowd, Risha's niece furrowed her brow. Auntie Rouge, I don't think it's really Billy's dad. Rouge smirked. I know. Egg Features thinks he's double-crossing me. What he doesn't know is this is a double-double cross, making 4 crosses in total. Oh, God. Amy... King Christ! Amy leaned in. Are those crosses burning in the front yard of undesirable members of the neighborhood? What is wrong with you? Tails asked. Oh, Ames. Sonic shook his head with a smile. What will you say next? Nothing that can be repeated at a live show in front of a paying audience, I am quite certain, Amy admitted. Well, that's good. He'll book yourself if anyone wants to. Robotnik raised the starter pistol. On your marks. Get set. Go! With a bang, the race was on. Various animals did their best to impress their child and look cool in front of people they'll never meet again. Scratch, being a robot who didn't tire unless it was for useful comedy-satisfying purposes, easily pulled ahead of the pack. This is great! I'm gonna win! I'm gonna win! I'm gonna... A tiny angel Scratch and devil Scratch appeared on his shoulders. Fucking Lord. This is Angel Scratch. You can't let Dr. Robotnik down now! The Angel Scratch encouraged his chicken robot. But you never won anything before! It's Paul Heyman. Think of how good this will feel! The devil Scratch retorted. Wait, hang on! Scratch shook his head. Shouldn't you guys be reversed? Helping Dr. Robotnik's objectively the morally wrong stance, isn't it? Well, yes, the Angel Scratch admitted. But we've placed sports bets on you. Sports bets?
Sports bets. We all like a sports bet from now and then, don't we?
They take bets on school sports days? Buddy! The devil Scratch said. You're a robot designed to destroy a fast blue hedgehog. Are we really having conversations about what sounds right and normal? Well, I guess not. Scratch! Grounder shouted. I mean, Dad! You're nearing the finish line! Watch out! Scratch turned to look at the starting line. Knuckles hadn't even moved. He was currently wondering what butterflies do when they want to pass the time, and so it didn't matter as he used margarine instead of butter. What the fuck?
I mean, what do butterflies do? What you
Shag and die.
I actually like the sound of that. That's a good life, honestly.
Shag and die. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway. Knuckles! Rue shouted from the crowd, pointing at Scratch. That guy said Tico's dad sucks! Knuckles' eyes glared. Chief... How do you say this?
Pachacamac.
Thank you. Chief Pachacamac was a remarkable man! You shall pay for it for promoting the Echidna tribe! Instantly, Knuckles' feet started pounding towards the terrified Scratch, catching up with the now screaming chicken robot. Knuckles delivered a haymaker punch, which sent Scratch flying off the track and into a tree. Wow, Rouge, nice thinking! Tails complimented the devious bat. Knuckles is really passionate about the Echidna chieftain. Rouge's niece tilted her head. Auntie Rouge, does Knuckles like Tikal more than he likes you? The spectral image of Tikal sighed dejectedly. I wish.
Bingo.
Oh no! How is that bingo? Is that three aligned?
3 in a row.
3 in a row. Give Greg a surprise.
What have we got on the card?
We've got Rouge says she's an international jewel thief.
Yes.
We've got, of course, Amy says something racist. And we've got tremendous physical violence.
Yay!
Marvellous!
Greg wins the thing.
Yeah, you win the Sonic Prime colouring set.
Got bingo as well.
Karis! Who else has bingo?
Dom.
Dom has bingo.
Has anyone got Full House out of you guys?
No.
We'll have to hold on for the Full House then. So who was the second to get a bingo?
Karis.
Right, what have we got?
Got Robotnik squares. Squares? Squares. Amy says something racist. Tremendous physical violence.
Physical violence. Right, I have got these specs on, so I can't see where I'm printing these.
I'll carry on. Knuckles is on a roll now, rushing towards the finish line. On his way, he brushed past Omochow, who advised, to win a race, press the B button! But Knuckles had no time to be tutorialized by a tiny toy. Robotnik's eyes widened, his red pupils practically glowing against his eyeballs, which was so black it made Amy anxious. Fucking hell! This was it! At long last, he would blow that Echidna idiot to Kingdom Cunt. That's Cody Rhodes' theme song, isn't it? Knuckles grew closer to the finish. Closer. Closer. Knuckles dashed over the finish line, slapping a tape and receiving a cheer from all the impressionable idiots who think winning the Sports Day Parents Race is an achievement because they have nothing going on in their sad, pathetic lives. Get a hobby!
I'm fine, I swear I'm over it.
As Knuckles soaked up the adulation, being handed a trophy so big it could be described as large, Robotnik stood up, confused. Why hadn't the trap gone off? Suddenly, Billy appeared from the bushes. Hey, that guy cheated, and that referee's a phony! Oh, Doctor! I've just seen Robotnik's next line. Oh, Doctor! Grounder flinched. I think you've been figured out. Bah! Peace and clits! Robotnik explained. Explained? We aren't done for yet! Scratch! Grounder! Get to the aeromatic hovercraft! We're out of here before those little shit bastards can have us arrested on 6 counts of interfering with the sanctity of a school sports day! The maximum penalty for which is instant and painful death. Scratch, Grounder, and the demented doctor rushed to the Eggomatic, which Robotnik had hidden behind the shit Calypso orange juice carton stand. However, a surprising figure stood in their way. A flight attendant. What?
You'll see.
A flight attendant, looking for all the world like Sonic the Hedgehog wearing a flimsy disguise. High heels, wig, lipstick, and fake eyelashes halted them in their path. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and thank you for choosing Egg Airlines. As a lucky 1 millionth customer, Dr. Robotnik gets to perform the ceremonial cord cutting on this vessel. Sonic handed Robotnik an oversized pair of scissors. Robotnik blushed. Oh my, this is wonderful! These sorts of things never happen to me! I feel so lucky! He leaned over the cord, draped around the Eggomatic, and gave it a snip, Realising at the last moment, it read, "Well done at race." "Oh, shit my entire fucking rectum!" Robotnik sighed. With a mighty explosion, the Egg-O-Matic detonated with the force of a ballistic missile landing on an ill-prepared sparrow. Scratch, Grounder, and Dr. Robotnik were blown sky high, and a large piece of shrapnel flew off and sliced Silver the Hedgehog's car in half. "Oh!" Silver groaned. "Gah!" Dr. Robotnik screamed as he soared over the skyline like Team Rocket. "I hate that twat!" Sonic and his friends gathered as everyone cheered for Robotnik's defeat. What a day it had been. Knuckles had won a race, Sonic had kicked some Robotnik, Tails had read an interesting article on particle physics, and Amy hadn't been arrested for hate speech yet. "Hey, Rouge's knees," Billy said sheepishly, despite... I've done that fucking same joke later, you bastard. Billy said sheepishly, despite being a goat, and therefore should have been goatishly. "What do you mean goatishly doesn't check in the spell checker?"
It didn't.
The kid continued. "That was cool, what your friends did. I'm real sorry for making fun of you for having a mom who's dying and all that. Can we be friends?" Rouge's niece smiled. "Sure. Wanna go for rocks at cyclists?" "Oh my god, do I ever?" What?
Just childish games, isn't it?
Of course, for the pants. The two youngsters ran off, laughing to cause harmless, childish, whimsical mischief and victimless crimes because cyclists are not people.
Bingo?
Oh, bingo, join me.
Do you have a full house?
No, I don't.
Don't
Oh,
count.
we've only got the
Doesn't
top
count
prize
anymore.
left. It's
Oh,
got to be
okay.
full house at this point.
Amy looked at the scene and nodded contentedly. "Well, Rouge, I think we all learned something today." I was so nervous. "Oh yeah? And what's that?" Rouge asked. "It's that unvetted I don't believe this, just say it was
No, me neither.
"It's that unvetted immigration can prove disastrous to a country and we should stop the boats!" We didn't know that at all! "Oh well, I wasn't really paying attention to what you guys are doing, sorry." "Oh, Amy," Sonic chuckled, "you really are a racist hedgehog." Everyone laughed as the adventure irised out. The end.
So, what do you think?
My arsehole is tight. It's good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
What about you? What about you?
And more importantly, what do you guys think?
Loved it.
Yes. Feed the ego, feed the ego, feed the ego.
We want words from everyone, please.
I mean, not leave until you all tell me how great I am.
What's next, LT?
Next, we have a little feature from you, I believe.
Well, we don't, LT, because my bonus feature has actually been written by somebody else. Comics and Scripts, where are you? Jessica Law, please come up the stage.
Wait a second. Did you learn nothing from the previous story about bringing in someone else to do your work for you?
I sure didn't. Here's the microphone, Jess.
Great, am I sitting or standing?
Do you want to sit or stand?
The folk stool.
Never mind.
I'm Jodie Mitchell now.
Hello, Jess.
Oh, it's gone all horizontal. Oh no, it's all right. All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I totally misunderstood the format of this show, and so I've written some of my own Sonic the Hedgehog fan fiction.
Perfect.
I also don't know anything about Sonic the Hedgehog, or really fan fiction. So please enjoy The Life and Times of Sonic T. Hedgehog by Jessica Law. Sonic T. Hedgehog may have lived an extraordinary life, but he came into this world as we all do, blind, pink, and with his quills covered by a protective membrane that would dry and fall off over the next few hours. And so, for the first few days of his life, baby Sonic had no concept of the great celebrity status of his parents. Sonic's mother was Mrs. Tiggywinkle from the Economist. And his father was the hedgehog from the Stop, Look, Listen, Road Safety.
I knew it!
Sonic himself was named after the band Sonic Youth, as his parents were both big alt-rock fans. Like all good hedgehogs, Sonic and his siblings, Manic and Arctic,
For your benefit, LT, Manic was a complete coincidence.
were taught to forage for beetles, caterpillars and earthworms along hedgerows and the borders of forests. They soon became accomplished edgelords, unearthing Sonic wherever they went. Renowned washer hedgehog Mrs. Tiggywinkle made sure her children knew how to bathe like proper hedgehogs. This involved a process known as self-anointing. This is real. Where Sonic and his siblings would chew on the most pungent, acrid object they would find, such as a slug or animal dropping, and then spread it over their spines with piles of frothy saliva. Nobody knows for sure why hedgehogs exhibit such bizarre and disgusting behaviour, but then we could all say the same thing of ourselves after a few too many White Russians. By this point, Sonic was starting to feel eclipsed by the shadow of his parents' success and keen to make a name for himself in his own right. Perhaps this was what made him choose the particularly vibrant lump of blueberry-flavoured chewing gum on the pavement for his next self-anointment. And you can see what's going to happen. By the time he realised his mistake, it was too late. Sonic's beloved parents recoiled as they beheld what their son had become, the world's first bright blue hedgehog. The effect on his life was, at first, largely superficial. Hedgehogs come in lots of shapes and sizes spread across the globe, from the tiny desert hedgehog of North Africa to the outlandish long-eared hedgehog of the steppes of Central Asia. Though the woodland creatures were surprised at first, they soon became accustomed to Sonic's cerulean exterior. But then, one night, while out foraging, Sonic met a fox.
Ooh. Who is it?
Tucker Tails McPherson was one of the most low-down, dirty knuckleheads who ever had the misfortune to meet. King of the criminal underworld, he'd earned his nickname by amputating the tails of his rivals and wearing them around his belt as a macabre trophy. And a warning to anyone who dared cross his path. Concerned as to what McPherson would amputate in the absence of any proper tail, Sonic quickly retracted into a ball. At first, it seemed to work brilliantly. No matter how McPherson gnashed and jabbed and scrabbled at Sonic's spines, he couldn't get him to unfurl. After a few minutes, he sloped away, outfoxed for once. I'm so sorry.
That deserved more.
Relieved, Sonic tried to uncoil, and then realised that he couldn't. Though he twisted and turned, the chewing gum held fast, fixing him in what he feared would become a spherical sarcophagus. After what felt like hours, he had all but given up hope when he felt a warmth on his back and the chewing gum begin to relax and give way. Blinking, he unfurled with relief to see that the rays of the midday sun had finally softened and melted his azure bonds. But he couldn't risk such a disaster befalling him again. From now on, to avoid danger, Sonic would have to run. Rolling into a ball in the face of predators should be a bulletproof defence strategy, especially if you're covered in sharp spines and crawling with ticks and fleas. But the wheels of the car are rather less easy to deter. Sonic's father was traumatised from watching too many of his comrades enter a two-dimensional state and had started his road safety campaign to prevent further accidents. Now Sonic saw his chance to further this quest towards a new means of staying alive. Though ungainly in form, hedgehogs can scurry with the best of them. Around the edge of their bodies, they have a skirt of skin bounded by the circular orbicularis muscle, which tightens like a drawstring bag to pull them into a ball. But they can also use the same muscle to lift up their skirts, freeing their legs and allowing them to run fast and fleet like the graceful gazelle. Sonic added a couple of pairs of red high-top trainers, and the ensemble was complete. At first, his fellow hedgehogs seemed reluctant to follow his lead, until the Great Famine of August 2013. Eliza, the kindly old woman who usually left cat food out for the hedgehogs every evening, went on holiday to the Bahamas, leaving her feckless son Gerald to mind the house. He failed to put out any food whatsoever for the hedgehogs, but one afternoon, while lounging in a deck chair, eating a packet of hula hoops, he absent-mindedly hung a couple of them onto the twigs of an overhanging tree. That evening, Sonic spotted the golden rings hanging and saw his chance to persuade his friends that in order to survive, they needed to roll and run. Normally, starchy foods are not suitable for hedgehogs because they lack the proteins and vitamins that they need to stay in top-scurrying form. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and at least it wasn't the dreaded bread and milk, so he wouldn't have to deal with the terrible lactose intolerance common to all hedgehogs. True fact. Stepping back, he took a great running leap, snatching the golden rings from the air above him. Or is that Super Mario Brothers? From that day forward, Sonic T. Hedgehog was hailed as the paragon of modern hedge kind. A gold medal winning stint at the London 2012 Olympics and a successful Nike sponsorship would only solidify his iconic legacy as the blue hedgehog that ran. Unless Sonic is the red one, in which case please disregard this anecdote entirely.
And that's my bonus feature.
Thank you!
Thank you, Jess.
Now, folks, as a true Sonic aficionado, I always carry with me the Sonic Bible, known as Stay Sonic, and every word you just heard is actually in these pages. Yeah, you nailed it. That's pretty much spot on.
What's your thing?
Would you like another bonus feature?
Yes,
before we get
please.
on to it? Right. Well, we've heard this evening. There's some colourful characters, literally, in the world of Sonic T. Hedgehog. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a member of Team Sonic?
No. But for the purposes of
Wonder
this...
what it would be like to be a member of Team Sonic.
Okay.
Now, it says here, take this cool quiz to see which member of Sonic the Hedgehog's group of pals you are most like.
How many questions are there?
There are 5 questions.
Thank God.
And each time you choose A, B, C or D, score a point for that letter. Then, depending on whether you scored mostly A's, B's, C's or D's, you'll be able to see which character you are. It's like Smash Hits magazine, you know, which member of Take That are you? Are you more of a Gary Barlow or
Yes.
a Jason Orange?
Great bond, obviously.
Oh, fair.
No one agrees, that's fine.
Would you like me to read the questions or would you like to read
Please read the questions.
Okie dokie. Question 1. It's the day of the big school test. How ready are you? A. Too easy. Piece of cake. I don't need to study. I'm like the wind. At least that's what all those dangerous weirdos on Twitter who aren't allowed near children say. B. I spent the last 4 months neglecting my friendships and cramming revision into every waking hour, which is strange because this was only a 3-month course. C. School? What's that? Is that the big building where you get money? I don't know why I'm asking. I don't even really know what money is. Or D. I'm not allowed back in the school after I spread rumors to the local paper that the headmaster fucks dogs.
D?
You're going D? Okay, just okay, alright.
For the bands.
Okay. Question 2.
That's Sonic sounds, isn't it, of course?
Oh, of course, yeah. Question 2. Your friend drops a £5 note and doesn't realise. What do you do? A. I pocket that sumbitch and go buy a pack of Premier League stickers with it. Yeah, boy! B. I give them the money back and advise them on which stocks would be wise to invest in as they pretend to listen to me and respect me. C. £5 is a pathetically light weight. I'm not wasting my time reading this weakling note. Or D. I pickpocket them for the rest of their money and give it all to a Twitch streamer who complains about woke.
A.
You're gonna go with A? Okay, so we got a D, we got an A. Question 3.
Lads.
How do you like to unwind in an evening after a busy day of superheroics? A. classic comic books, Sega video games, and a can of Koala Cola. Bliss. B. I spend a lot of time in my lab tinkering on my latest gadget. I don't get out much.
Oh.
C. I guard the Master Emerald. It is my sacred duty. I wouldn't expect a comically weak fool such as yourself to understand. Or D. I post non-stop on 4chan about which Middle Eastern countries I hate the most. It is all of them.
Well, it has to be C.
That's fair. I have known you to guard the Master Emerald sometimes.
All the time.
Yeah. Okay, question 4.
It's what I call my opinion.
Question 4. One of your loved ones is ill in hospital with a broken fart bone. How will you cheer them up? A. I give them the usual charm and my classic cool attitude in the hope of making them nice smile. B. I spend weeks making a perfect gift for them, and by the time I get there, they've made a full recovery and been released days ago. C. I pray to the ancient echidna gods that their recovery be swift, but ultimately do not go to the hospital in case the stethos ghosts get me. Or D. I polish up my hammer and crossbow real nice. It's a shame, but I might as well put them out of their misery.
I am slightly scared of doctors, so it would be C.
You're going to go for C? Okay. And question 5.
How is it only 5?
And question 5. Which member of Team Sonic would you most like to be? Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy?
No.
Right, fair. Right, well, let me work out your answers then. So we had D, we had A, we had C,
You got Full House?
then C,
No, I
then
just
C.
wrote it down.
Oh, that's fine.
So you've got mostly C's.
Lovely.
So if you care to read out your answer there, Eddie.
Whoa! Who the fuck is this? You are Sticks the Badger. It doesn't seem like that should be possible based on the options presented in this quiz, but it is, and you are. You are a dangerous head case who should not be allowed out unsupervised, but everyone allows you to hang around because they'd like to feel better about themselves. This is nice. You should really do something about the smell too.
Don't look at me. You gave the answer.
You're good to boomerangs, and you think post-it notes are a government conspiracy to steal your ovaries. My many ovaries I have. So they can create hybrid monster men who lick everyone's bread when they aren't looking, so they have to eat sandwiches made of spitty bread. You answer that back at WH Smith's. You know what you did. Click here to like and share this quiz with a sexy friend in your area.
So there we go. We've answered the question of which Team Sonic member you are. Congratulations, Sticks.
Well, L-Team,
Hello.
I'm so sorry. I've sent you my script.
You sent it, mate.
Yes.
Oh, over the phone.
Yes.
That's.
Annoying? In that case, you could...
I left it in the changing room.
That's very silly of you. Here is...
All
a script.
professional.
Oh yes.
Alright. How many shows you do, Paul? None?
And don't forget, guys, we're still looking for that full house if you'd like the grand prize. Sonic the Hedgehog, the fanfic, the podcast, the live show. Eddie's story. Tales as brilliant, wonderful, amazing, fantastic, super duper invention. It was a lovely day in Mobius. That's the place where them Sonic characters live if you didn't know. And there was an air of excitement in the air. The air of Airtown and his pet hare aired an episode of Harry Potter and was then exiled from Mobius because fuck that cunting franchise. We're all old enough to know better, and the author of the original material is a big smelly twat! I agree. This was completely irrelevant to the story, as this tale does not take place in Airtown, which canonically doesn't even exist within the Sonic universe. It's almost like Eddie wrote air twice in the first sentence, then had a panic attack, or an ADHD mind dump, or just couldn't be fucked to change the word air. Maybe all three. Let's ask him now. Eddie, what happened?
All three.
Fantastic. Anyway, this story takes place in the Green Hill Zone, as does every pissing Sonic story. Most of the gang were having a drink at the Egg Underwater, which was their local Wetherspoons. They sat out in the beer garden, sharing stories and having a jolly old time indeed. Tails was rather noticeable by his absence, but not entirely noticeable, as none of the others noticed. Someone was eating a notisserie chicken. A notisserie chicken. To be fair to everyone else, it was Thursday's Curry Club. Chicken korma with a soft drink for $11.60. Oof, bloody lovely that.
Sponsor us, Witherspoons.
Please. I have no shame, I'll take any sponsorship. Knuckles the Echidna walked up to their table, arms full of sauce. He dumped the contents and sat down next to Sonic. Sorry, I'm late, guys. I went to the wrong Weatherspoons, Knuckles admitted sheepishly, which was difficult for him as he was an echidna, not a sheep. Great minds!
It's a mind meld. It's an improv joke.
Tell we've both got ADHD. Sonic, who was doing backflips in his seat for no reason, smirked sideways at his red friend. Don't sweat it. There's a lot of different Weatherspoons in this area. You're telling me, said Knuckles. The monopolization of our local public houses remains in both hands depressing while also being beneficial for the poorer and working class amongst us due to the cheap nature of the food and alcohol provided at these establishments and the assumption that each patron of these particular chain of free houses is of lower intelligence or are more prone to violent, incoherent outbursts is mostly used to further divide us and to encourage the negative stereotypes rather than bring us all together over a cheaper round and to encourage good vibes.
So intelligent.
Everyone stared dumbstruck at Knuckles, who then remembered what show he was in. I went into the Strand on the high street and quickly left because it was woke. It is important to remember Knuckles is too stupid to use the phrase woke correctly, much like 95% of people who use it. Well, I, for one, love Weatherspoons, Amy, the racist pink hedgehog, spoke up. Just last week, I was first in line to take a photo with a major political celebrity who was visiting. Nobody liked where this was going, and they didn't ask any follow-up questions. Unfortunately, the stupid racist bumhole did not pick up on context clues. And you know, I'm still a little pissed off none of you voted reform. If we want to keep those disgusting non-hedgehogs from crossing our borders, we can't just sit by and do nothing. Vector, who for those not in the know, there's a lot you don't know about this character. Vector, for those not in the know, is a crocodile, looked over at Amy angrily and said, "You're the only one who has a fucking problem, and most of us aren't hedgehogs. Even Shadow is technically an alien, probably."
Yeah.
Amy folded her arms angrily. "Don't you get me started. You're a crocodile that routinely fucks a rabbit. You're physically, morally, and logically, you don't make any sense." Vector smiled. As he's a crocodile, it was a lovely smile. He puffed out his chest proudly and prodded his perfect pecs pointedly. "You're goddamn fucking right I fucked that rabbit! Isn't that right, honey?" For the readers, listeners, and Sonic Cunt's benefit here, Honey is not the name of the rabbit that the crocodile has sex with. That would be stupid. Her name is Vanilla. Also, this is actual Sonic canon. We didn't make this up. The crocodile shags the rabbit.
It is true.
It is. That's a fact. Bastard, just see what's going. Vanilla couldn't speak. She was too busy stuffing Vector's sausage into her mouth.
Well, I'm glad you came in right then.
At the bloody dinner table as well. Come on, lads. Mom? A shy little voice piped up, tapping Vanilla on the head. It was Cream, Vanilla's 6-year-old daughter. "Mr. Vector is talking to you." Vanilla popped her pursed powders off of Vector's veins and wiped her mouth. She spat spunk into Knuckles' J2O, orange and passion fruit, of course. It's the best flavour, and you're fucking wrong if you say otherwise. I agree.
It's the best flavour.
And smacked her head on
I'm
the
glad we
table.
all agree on that.
And smacked her head on the table as she tried sitting up. She collapsed with a hearty thud. Honey? Vector asked, a worried brow forming on his sweaty head. "Did somebody say honey?" Charmy B flew around and around in circles like an overactive child. He span and flew and flew and flew and thunk. Espio, who is a chameleon trying to keep up, lads, Sonic has a lot of stupid fucking friends, covered Charmy in an empty pint glass. The bee flew straight into the side and knocked himself the fuck out. Espio grabbed Vector by the arm. "Take Vanilla inside quickly. We can't let Cream see her like this." Again. Vector saluted SBO, grabbed Vanilla by the legs and swung her up over his shoulders, cracking her head once again on the table. He stumbled and fell backwards into the table, landing Vanilla first in the middle and destroying it. Pint glasses, plates and piles of cutlery fell into Vanilla's face as wood splinters jammed into her eyes. Knuckles was fuming. Oh, nice one, asshole. He picked up the bottles of sauce in his arms again. I just brought these to the fucking table. Whoa, Sonic says. Chill out, Vector. Vector steadied himself up. Hey, look at that. Not a scratch on me. He placed a triumphant foot onto the back of Vanilla's head and posed with his hands on his hips. Nothing bad ever happens to Vector. He scooped Vanilla up onto his shoulders for real this time. As he ran off towards the Weatherspoon's interior, Vanilla's head smacked into the door frame and she fell once again in a crumpled heap on the floor. Vector then shut the door into her skull. Kicked open the door with such force it quickly and violently slammed shut into her face again. This went on for several minutes. Oh boy. Elsewhere on Mobius, Tails was putting the finishing touches to his newest invention. This was sure to change the world, and he couldn't believe how easy it was to make. Boy, thank heavens for Tails discovering the absolute wonders of... Huh? Tails hard. He wasn't expecting visitors. He told everyone to meet him at Weatherspoon's. He quickly covered his invention and ran to the door. Hello? Tails said, peeking through his letterbox. He gulped. He was face to face with Shadow's massive penis.
Oh.
Why are you looking at my massive penis, Tails? Shadow sighed. Sorry. The letterbox slammed shut and Tails opened the door. I forget we don't wear clothes except for gloves and shoes. Except for gloves and shoes. Actually, that's really stupid. Why the hell do we wear gloves and shoes? Well, do you want to run barefoot everywhere, you big dumb dick? Shadow spat at Tails. For God's sake, use your enormous brain. Right. Sorry, Shadow. Tails whimpered. Would you like to come in? No, I can't stay. I left the Nintendo Wii on. Look, I need your help with something. Tails was taken aback. Shadow the Hedgehog needed his help. But what could it be for? Could Shadow be under threat from the government's secret national defense force known simply as GUN once again? We need to reiterate this one more time. This is actual Sonic the Hedgehog canon, by the way. Did Shadow wake up and try to Google whether or not he is a clone of Sonic, or if he was made from alien DNA, and also Sonic, or not also Sonic, and just happened to look exactly like him, but with black fur, which made Amy furious? Again, or if there were multiple clones of Shadow based off of the original, who is anywhere from up to 50 to 5,000 years old. We recommend you don't Google this because it gave Eddie a migraine. Did Shadow try to understand the ending of Sonic Heroes again, where there's multiple clones of Shadow shown after he has amnesia? Because fuck me if Sonic the Hedgehog games need another tired trope, having fucking amnesia is one of them. Only for LT to confirm on May 23rd, 2025, that they might not be clones, but might be androids of Shadow instead, which are obviously not actually Shadow because, and I'm quoting here, I did say this, they have orange bits instead of red.
Good game.
Yeah. Well, Sonic Heroes. 10 out of 10. Tails, who had forgotten to take his ADHD medication, had completely dissociated, and when he came to, Shadow had already left. He'd also stolen Tails' wallet and keys and left a note that said, "Ha, you suck, fuck you, love Shadow, kiss hug, kiss hug." Tails picked up the nearest thing he could find and threw it at the wall. This was the 5th time today. As the broken bones of his pet Chow lay crunchy on the floor where Tails had just launched it, he walked over to his poor pet and placed it inside his new invention. A few bleeps and bloops later, the pet was perfectly healthy. Sorry, buddy, Tails sympathized, but hey, at least we know it works, right? Dr. Robotnik packed up his things into his Eggmobile. He was so delighted. Finally, an invention he created that could actually change the world. He jumped heartily into the driver's seat and set off. First, a quick pit stop to the local SO garage. Robotnik filled up his tank and went inside to pay. The queue was long. Oh, bugger, the doctor declared. I always get held up in these fucking places. I must promise myself not to buy another sweet treat that I don't actually want, he said as he playfully placed a Twix into his grubby hands. He tapped his foot impatiently. This must be how Sonic feels all the time, he thought to himself. The thought tickled him so much, he let out a god-awful snort, which made everyone stop and look at him, and he started blushing. It was very embarrassing, and he didn't know what to do, so he burped and then farted, and everyone laughed and laughed and laughed. "So," the bad doctor crowed, "you like to laugh, do you?" He handed everyone in the queue flyers to his improv comedy show he was putting on at the Cheltenham Playhouse, Tuesday, 27th May, at 7:30 p.m. on the main stage. "Please consider supporting me at my show tomorrow. Tickets are, at the time of writing, moderately available, and it will be a bloody shame if you were to miss out." Everyone in the garage cheered. Improvised comedy? Tomorrow? At 7:30 p.m. on the main stage of the Cheltenham Playhouse as part of the Cheltenham Fringe Festival? By golly, that sounds like a fabulous time. Out of the goodness of everyone's hearts, they all immediately bought tickets and sold out the front 3 rows. They then noticed that another show on Thursday was also showing, called Budgeons and Dragons, and boy howdy did that sound like a big laugh too. So they all bought tickets for Comic Sans Script Presents Whose Fringe Is It Anyway? And for Budgeons and Dragons, there's a scratch card waiting in the sky. "Thank you, friends," Robotnik said, tears in his eyes. "You have done such a wonderful job supporting me, my friends, and the venue which I am performing in. It really does mean the world to me." "We love you, Dr. Robotnik," everyone said in unison.
Can everyone say we love Dr. Robotnik?
We love you, Dr. Robotnik.
"I love you too." Robotnik ran from the store, happy tears streaming down his face. He shoved the Twix up his cock and flew to his nest. There was a little advertising in that, but it was very subtle. I don't think they noticed.
No.
That was advertising?
It was totally subtle. Sonic checked his watch. "Boy, we sure are running out of time," Sonic says. I see what you've done. "I just hope we haven't ran long, and we better wrap up this story quick," said... I don't fucking know. Let me Google obscure Sonic characters. Said Honey the Cat. "Oh, good job, Eddie, because that will make the honey comment earlier from Vector more confusing, you big turd." Just then, Tails landed in the garden with his new invention in his hands. "Hi, guys," Tails beamed. "Thank you all for coming. I can't wait to show you what I've..." Bang! The doors to the beer garden burst open. Why are you like this? Vector ran out, Vanilla's lifeless body in his arms. "She's fucking dead!" Cream burst into tears. "Oh shit," said Vector. "Probably should have been a little more tactful. Sorry, Cream." Vector apologized as blood spurted from Vanilla's neck onto Cream's crying cranium. "Oh dear God!" Sonic exclaimed. "This is awful! Vanilla's the one who opened the bar tab!" Everyone screamed. This was awful. Who the hell was going to pay for Curry Club? Tails raised a finger to the sky. "Not to worry. What with my new invention, which I call the Make You Betterer. Vanilla will be completely healed from her injuries in no time." Everyone stopped screaming and stared at Tails. "See, earlier I tested it by throwing my pet Chow at a wall. It broke all its bones in its legs and arms and feet and hands, but now it's as good as new." Tails let the Chow out of his cage, and to everyone's surprise it was doing just fine, albeit very pissed off. Sonic stood up, amazed. "Tails, this is incredible." "Thank you, Sonic. It's also really cheap to make. See, I discovered that by using AI to enhance..." "Do you just fucking say you used AI, Tails?" Sonic scowled. This was unforgivable. "Well, yeah, but..." Cream kicked Tails square in the nuts. "You bastard! You knew Mom hated AI. She'd rather be dead than associated with this. You suck, you dirty fucking fox cunt!" Everyone took it in turns to kick, spit, and shit on Tails, which is what in folly deserved, because fuck anyone who uses AI. It is literally killing the businesses. There's so many freelancers working. Fuck AI. Robotnik then landed his Eggmobile and reminded everyone to come to his improv show tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. and to book your tickets if you haven't already. He then pulled out his invention. "It's a portable hoedown machine! Now, everyone can sing a hoedown wherever they go," Robotnik exclaimed. Sonic looked puzzled. "But how does it work?" "Well," Robotnik said, turning the machine on, like this.
Play the music, Jerry.
Hi, my name is Sonic, and I am a hedgehog. I like to run really fast and eat a chili dog. My diet is atrocious, and despite being famous, I struggle with my spiny back to safely wipe my anus.
I'm Dr. Robotnik. I'm a scientist of robots and machinery. I also do improv. My show's tomorrow evening. I hope to see you there. And I'm completely bald except my tush and pubic hair.
Everyone says that Amy needs to tone it down. They think that I have problems with hedgehogs that are brown. It's not that I'm a racist, I'm simply not a fan. Also, for crying out loud, Knuckles was in a clan!
Oh boy, it's me, Vector, the greatest character! This is not the first time that I've killed Vanilla!
Right.
When it comes to good times, I may be a collector! Cause simply put, fuck all of you, nothing bad happens to Vector! Woo! Nothing bad happens to Vector! Can you tell when I panicked and ran out of time?
No,
No,
it was beautiful, Eddie. Thank you for that.
That's it, we've got to wrap quickly.
We do, but hey, before we go, how are we doing on the bingo? Any full houses?
Cowards!
So close.
Well, we got to do a tie break. Has anyone got 8 out of 9?
Yes.
Oh!
No.
Ooh. Does anyone have 7 out of 9?
Yes.
Okay.
And what colour is Sonic? Blue. You win, Nick! Nick wins!
Nick wins the Sonic Prime colouring book. The Sonic Prime colouring set. The Sonic Prime jumbo colouring. And Sonic the Hedgehog the Fanfic the Podcast Book 1, available after the show if you'd like a copy yourself. Congrats! Eddie, thank you so much for a lovely, lovely time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, we probably should be, but
I'm not.
yeah. Now, on reflection, I'm not at all. Actually.
Thank you everyone for coming today. We have to leave quickly now because we're slightly over time. But you can listen to us on Spotify, our podcast, all the podcast apps at Sonic the Hedgehog the Podcast. Please do come to my show tomorrow. A Comic Sans Script presents Who's Fringes Anyway. Tickets are £10 at 7:30 in the main stage. And on Thursday for Blood and Dragons, £5 back in here. Good!
And
Oh, fuck.
you nearly forgot.
I almost forgot to
You
not
almost
forget.
forgot to not forget. Until next time, don't forget
To
remember to
To
stay Sonic. Woo! Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the Fanfic the Podcast. Sonic the Hedgehog, the Fanfic the Podcast. What have we all learned today? Lots thanks to Jess.